All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning, hump day, and we are here to talk a little bit of NBA and maybe even a lot, I would say, of PGA. Definitely going to get into both, but maybe a little emphasis on PGA. We'll see how it goes. Kind of going to see like what this Wednesday format's going to look like. It's going to be a little bit different now that we're incorporating some PGA. I mean, after we hit the plus 22,000 this weekend, how could we not? But I'm not expecting that every week. So I hope you aren't either, because that is pretty much unrealistic to expect every week. But we are going to go ahead and try our best. Let me see. I just have a little interest in a Steph Curry play here. So his points prop came out, I think, at 29.5. And now it has been juiced, I believe, on all the books to at least 30. NBA. What? You got to have a Curry prop, right? There we go. Let's take a look real quick. I want to see what his points are at. 29.5, starting to bump to 30, though. FanDuel staying strong at 29.5. But starting, looks like it's kind of split a little bit. But with some of these books already bumping, I think that what I'd like to do instead is look at his 3-point prop. And you can get that on Prizepicks right now at 5.5. Let me pull up the data I had on Steph for his points prop. Or I'm sorry, his 3-pointers prop. All right. So I know that the books are, I mean, you could play this on Prizepicks. You could also play it on the books though, too. I was getting last night plus odds on FanDuel at plus 108 or 102 or something. And let's see if we can still get it. Plus 100. So it's moving a little bit. So if you're going to play it on a book, if you have access to FanDuel, that's a great option right there at plus 100. A little bit better yesterday. I posted it, but it's not a big jump. But still available on Prizepicks. Looks like it was available, I think, on Underdog and everything too. Steph has been on a tear lately with his shooting. He's over in 5 of his last 5 games, hitting 6, 9, 8, 9, and 9. So like he's not just going over, he's going crazy. His attempts are up. He's attempting 14, 21, 13, 16, and 19 per game. And he's been hitting it. So he's feeling it. I mean, if you've ever played a sport like basketball and you're a shooter, you know that like sometimes you're just in the zone, and we're talking about the greatest 3-point shooter ever. I will take that all day. His 3-point makes and attempts have both been up ever since Draymond came back into the lineup this year. And that's a lot to do with like the pick and roll and just the offense that they run. And the Lakers are giving up the 3rd highest 3-pointers per game at 14.1 and the 21st worst, so 9th best. Basically, the 9th best matchup in the NBA for 3-point percentage allowed at 37%. So give me the greatest shooter of all time going back into LA, which, by the way, or I'm sorry, they're home this time. So even better for Steph. But when they played LA recently, January 27th, he had 9. So less than a month ago, he put up 9 against this same Lakers team. Is there any reason to think that that changes? The fact that we're getting it at plus odds and people are still betting the under is kind of surprising to me. I don't see it. I guess I just don't see it. So give me a plus 100 odds on FanDuel. Give me it on Prizepicks. Wherever you can play it, just play it. That's a play that I love. I just don't get it. I guess that's the best way I can put it. I don't understand why that has not moved or is what it is right now. I'll be honest with you. I mean, what in there worries you? But that's just my opinion. Again, make your own decision. But I want to get that before it moves anymore. And like I said, I snagged it at plus 108 odds on FanDuel. Let me just say good morning to the chat now. All right. That's my intro here. Good morning, Maritza. Good morning to you. Good to see you as always. Chris T, good morning. Finau is favored, but I took him to finish the top 10. Yeah, I mean, listen, guys, if you're betting on PGA, if you're new to PGA, listen, I won't pretend and say that I've been betting on PGA all my life. I'm relatively new to it too, but I've found some tools that I like and started to develop a process that I feel pretty good about, and we'll tweak it along the way. Betting the winner is tough, guys. I mean, you're picking one guy out of a field of, depending on the tournament, 50 to 70 people. And you're assuming that one guy beats everybody. And that is not the easiest thing to do. So sorry about that if this was too small for you guys. So keep that in mind. Did they just scrub his 3-point line? Okay. Why did it go away? So keep that in mind, guys, while we're talking about PGA and stuff. Going ahead and just picking winners is challenging. Okay. It's tough to pick the winner. It was tough to pick the winner last week. If Cantlay was winning, he was leading for 3 rounds. He goes into the final day, and I'm sure a lot of people were like, oh, yeah, Cantlay's just going to win this thing. He's going to walk away with it. Not us. Not us. We bet on Cantlay to fold, and fold he did. Chris T, I saw him mentioning it too, and he folded, just like we said. But I mean, he was leading 3 rounds. Like, it was, I mean, it's a little surprising, I'll be honest. So golf is golf, man. Guys can get hot. Morikawa shot, or Matsuyama shot a 9 under on the final day. Insane. I mean, I didn't think he was going to do that. Let's be honest here. We were taking the plus 22,000 on a flyer a little bit because we're like, okay, he's played well. He played consistent all 3 rounds. He goes into the final day. We think Cantlay's going to fold. That means somebody's going to come up and climb the leaderboard. I mean, we had a little bit of money on English and a couple of these other guys too. So, but the thing is, there was such incredible odds that just one of them had a hit, and we were going to make out phenomenally profit-wise, and the lowest odds one did, or the highest odds one, I should say. So yeah, so that's, I'm looking at guys like Finau, maybe for like the top 20. And I think we got to see some of these you can parlay together and some of them you can't. So we're going to be playing around with that a little bit. A couple of guys I want to identify that I think stand out as good options or value plays. And I'm going to have to start writing all these down here too. Actually, I have them on the side, so I'll be posting them and track them afterwards. But all right, let's find a guy like Hogard. He kind of let me down last week. I thought he was going to perform a little bit better. He didn't. This is a weaker field this week, guys. I mean, if you're looking at this board, you don't have a lot of the studs here. Look at this. Everybody in the chat, Cantlay folding, just folded like a house of cards. So it's a weaker field this week. So I think that is good for a guy like Tony Finau. He's definitely the best golfer in this field right now. Grillo, I saw him play when he came to the what was it? The PGA Championship? I don't have my hat on me. I think it was the PGA Championship last year that came, and I watched it a couple of days here live. So he's a guy I saw. He could definitely win this. Olsen, I think, is a guy that I think is a sneaky good play. Even to go like, we don't have top 5 here. I don't think I can open FanDuel. Let me see real quick. FanDuel, if we're going to go off Prizepicks, I can pull up FanDuel. It's just hard for me to, I can't do both. It's a weird thing right now. We're in a weird space right now. I don't think I'm going to dive into too many Prizepicks things while I have it open, but I want to be able to pull up FanDuel here. Give me 1 second, guys. Because I want to say FanDuel lets us do a couple of things with parlaying people that the other books don't. Yeah, see, this isn't going to let me do both of them. All right. I will come back to Prizepicks here. Pull this up here. Okay. We're in business. PGA Tour. So I'll look through DraftKings and FanDuel here a little bit, because some of the sites let you parlay things that other ones don't. So like a win only plus 850 for these two guys, obviously top 2 favorited guys, Finau and Hogard. He let me down last week. I don't know if I'm going to go back to the well or not. When you're talking about odds like this, guys, I think a good play is that you can start sprinkling things. Like, you don't have to, you shouldn't be playing full units on guys to win unless you just think that you have a better read on the scenario than I do, in which case have at it. But I want to look at things like matchups over here, because these you can parlay. So let's see. Can we do round 1 as well right off the bat? Yeah, we can. I like, okay, so different matchups for the round than they are. See, I like taking Finau in that matchup against Hogard, but you're getting penalized there for a reason. Let's pull up some data on this here then. I'm all over the place. Sorry, I had a couple of guys I want to touch on, and I will touch on them. But okay, so we have a couple of guys that have been standing out lately. This course at the Mexico Open is wide open fairways, big, wide fairways. So I think accuracy might be slightly less important. Listen, it's golf. Accuracy is always important. But off the tee, your accuracy might be a little bit less important, and drive distance might come into play a little bit more. Hence the reason a guy like Hogard is up there. He's getting like a plus 15 driving distance over the field for this tournament. And then a guy like Finau's plus 14. So, I mean, like that is two of the guys that are going to hit the ball further, which helps you on this course, I do believe. A couple other guys are Parker Cootie and Stefan Jaeger. And listen, guys, if I mispronounce a name, forgive me. You know, like sometimes I have to watch golf on silent, you know, when we're around the family. So I just get to see it. I don't get to listen to it. So I don't always hear the pronunciations for all these guys' names, but I'm going to do my best out here. All right. So those are a couple of guys that are leading the field in drive distance that I think have a decent shot at playing well this weekend. Right now, I'm kind of looking at like top 20, I would say. Somebody like Thorburn, Olesen, he was up here as kind of, I think he's kind of like a dark horse. Where is he? Right here at a plus 140 to make the top 20. I think that's a pretty good play. I think that's a pretty solid play at plus 140. Again, we're not talking full units. I would say maybe like half unit bets. I think in golf, a good strategy will be because you're talking about such a large field, I think a good strategy could be to do like quarter unit bets on a few guys at a few different positions. And not saying that you want to pick all different guys. Like I would say you could ladder something like Tony Finau to win and Tony Finau to finish top 20. And I don't think we can parlay those on any of the sites. So you'd have to just do separate plays. But okay, so to win only, to win. And then can I do round leader? Whole winner, finishing positions. Yeah, so you can't parlay them. But something like that. Like so top 5 at plus 220. And then if you want to sprinkle on him to win at maybe like an eighth of a unit or something like that. Now, I don't think we can do it on any of these. Let's see. Thorburn, Olesen. Oh, it's frozen. There we go. Stake singles. Okay, yeah, you can't parlay them on any side. Okay, which is fine. Can we parlay a top 20 and like a different guy to win? No. But I think you can on FanDuel. So this is what we're going to figure out. What's the better site to play? Okay, so if I think I like to stay, I mean, I'd prefer to stay around the top 20 for these guys. But wow, a minus 115 for him on the top 20 is a solid play. I like that too. I don't know. Do we have him at a better odds on the other site? Let's see. Top 20 was a plus 140. Oh, for Olesen. Okay. That's not a bad play for him. So you could do that, and we could do like Grillo. There you go. So that's a parlay right there. Two guys to finish in the top 20. They don't have to win the tournament for you to get money here. Like that's what I want to do here. Am I going to be sprinkling a couple of bets on who's going to win? Yes, but I think I'm going to do that more on the third, right around the end of the third round, heading into day 4, because that's what I did with Matsuyama. Did I say it? Yeah, Matsuyama. That's what I did with Matsuyama last weekend. And I also had English, and I also had like one other guy who was in like the top 5, maybe the top 10, but I thought they were playing well. They had played consistent the first 3 days. So I had a little bit more to go by. Right now we're walking in blind. Like we have tools and we have thoughts of how this person's going to perform on this course and stuff. But you know, things like weather and just flow. If you're a golfer, man, like you know that golf is the most cerebral sport, I think. And if you walk into the tournament as a favorite, but day 1, day 2, look at Scotty Scheffler. Was first in from tee to green, literally the first guy in the tournament, highest ranked in the tournament. But his putting, dead last, I think. Like his putting was atrocious, and he couldn't shake it the whole week. So you have a guy that for whatever reason comes into the tournament, and he's the number 1 golfer in the world, and he just can't shake it. He's just doesn't have it that weekend. And you saw it with Scotty Scheffler. Could never climb the leaderboard, could never just get up there and do enough to really make that top 5 and stuff too. I think he was maybe top 5 day 1 or whatever, but like that was it. Like you just never had the feeling that he was going to do it. And that's golf, guys. Like it's just so strange. It's just different than any other sport, I think. And like you could just go in, be in the favorite and just not have it, and you won't perform well. So I won't bet on too much first place finishes. until that third and final day. And then I'm going to pick somebody maybe in the top 10 that's played consistently that I think can make a run at it. And then I might take them to finish either top 5 or to win it. And if they climb up, you get insane odds, plus 22,000. Another one we had was like plus 15,000. Like the odds are insane. So that might be my strategy going into this, guys. Like I think that might be, and again, we're going to tweak it as we go, because if it's not working, we won't continue to do it. But so something like this right off the bat. I like this as a solid play. Both guys to finish top 20. Let's see. I'm going to take Grillo out and put in a guy, Hogard and Olsen. I want to put Olsen in. Yeah. About the same. Okay. I'm going to snip this one. I'm going to post a couple of these there. Something like that. I really like. Can we do top 30 too? Probably can, right? We got to be able to do top 30. Ooh, a lot of names. Top 40. Did I miss top 30? Come on. Let's see. Can I shrink this down? Yeah. Is there no? Okay, so top 20 and it goes to top 40. What could we do about top 40? I mean, it's essentially almost like making the cut. So like if a couple of these guys don't, okay, if Tony Finau doesn't make the cut, like that's a huge disappointment. Olesen, Grillo, and who's the other guy? Like Detry? Detry. Plus 303. I mean, something like that. Just to make the top 40. I feel like it's pretty good. Let's see. Detry's kind of like a dark horse. But I mean, if you take out Grillo, you still get a plus. I think Grillo's pretty solid for this. Something like that. I mean, like, who sells this one? What do you guys think? I mean, like, who sells this right here? Finau, Olesen, Detry, and Grillo. Who do we think sells this? I mean, top 40. We're just saying top 40. I'm going to snip that one because I feel pretty good about that. I don't know who sells that one, to be honest, guys. Like, again, we're just saying top 40. These guys are the highest rated in like every model. If you have access to Team Rise or Fall here, whoopsies. Can I put this up here? Come on. It won't let me group them. Oh, because that's incognito. Let's see. I haven't refreshed this. I'm just curious to see, like, does this model also agree? When I was looking at it, it did. Yeah, these are like tier A guys. So we got Olesen, Hogard, Finau, and Detry, all DraftKings tier A guys. I mean, like, who sells that? Grillo? Where's Grillo? Maybe Grillo sells it as a C tier guy. We could take Grillo out. Oops, I didn't mean to actually close that. I just meant to minimize that. But all right, so a couple other guys that I identified too. We could definitely do some matchup stuff. That's a different link here. So I can plug that in here. Let's see. Matchups. Let's do some 3-ball matchups here. Or no, let's do 2-ball matchups. 72 a hole. Okay, let's see who we can link up here and see if we can find a couple of decent, not finishing positions matchups. Who do we got? Finau and Hogard, Mitchell and Pendrith. I kind of like Jaeger a little bit there. Olesen and Fox. Olesen's getting the odds he kind of deserves, I feel like. So like for this one, I would take like Olesen and Finau. And you could parlay the two of those for a plus 175. Detry sells it. Interesting. Okay. Listen, Chris, we better be texting about this. We better be messaging on Twitter about this a little bit because I have Detry as kind of like a little dark horse. I don't know. Like, I think he's a decent match for this course. Let's see here. Finished tied for 4th at the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Phoenix Open tied for 28th. So what do we have him, top 20, or was that a top 40? I can't remember. I think we were top 40. Finished 28th at the Phoenix Open. I mean, top 40's, I think, pretty safe for him, but we'll see. He finished top 20. He got cut at the American Express, then he finished 28th. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I don't know. I think he's a good match for this course. So this is a solid parlay right here. Olsen and Finau plus 171. I'm going to snip this too, and I'm going to go back through some of these afterwards. But all right, let me see. A couple of the guys I identified as like being good value plays. So I'm working on creating like this I have this spreadsheet that I've been working off of, and I'm going to test it out and see how it goes before I unleash it. But I'll mention a couple of these guys. Hogard, Jaeger was another one. So basically what this does is, and I can pull this up here, I think. Can I? Yeah, that's fine. Should be fine. Basically what this does is it's kind of a lot of nonsense, so don't worry about it now as I work through it. But it's basically going to compare this column, which is the player's win percentage when not factoring in the course that we're playing on, the course that they're playing on. It takes this and compares it to this. And essentially these odds are without the course, like specifically. So, without the course, like taking into account just this person playing against this field, Finau would be like a plus 1299, but his odds are a little bit better when you take into account the course they're playing, something like that. So basically that's all I'm going off of. And I'm working through it right now to see, is this good data to compare? Doesn't it really not matter? I think it's good data. I mean, I think it makes sense. But so some of the guys that really stand out here, not even Finau, he's obviously the odds-on favorite to win, but a guy like Hogard and Jaeger stand out as being really good odds to finish better than they're projected based on the course they're playing. So I think that there could be, I think Hogard just moved. I think there could be a potential opportunity there to get better odds on a guy that will perform better because of the course they're playing at. And maybe maybe these odds aren't really reflective of that. So somebody like Jaeger to finish top 20. Let's see, what do I have here at 161, 125? It's not bad. I mean, it's still a good value, I think. If you take out the course, he should be a plus 184. So we're getting slightly better odds if you factor in the fact that they're playing on this course specifically, which I think is important. Like, I think that a guy going into like certain people just play well at certain courses. Certain guys' games are tailored for certain types of courses. So a guy like Jaeger, a guy like Patrick Rogers, and somebody like Ryan Fox. Those are a couple of the guys. Oh, finish top 20 at a plus 1,500. Listen, if you want a little lotto slip, there's a little lotto slip for you. I'm going to I'll sprinkle something on that for sure to track it. Okay, so we can parlay these. So strange what some books let you parlay and what they don't. But I got that one now. I'm going to do that one. And then I could definitely see like throwing in, I mean, what does it change? At 1509? I mean, that jumps you up a lot. So take like the top 2 players on the board, throw them in here. Am I going to be able to fit all this on the screen? I'm just going to do this just to snip it, guys, and then I'll zoom back out for you. There we go. I'm going to snip that. If you want a lotto, if you're a true degenerate, listen, if you follow our football Sunday streams, we get into some parlays. If you want a lotto, there's your lotto right there. And I snipped it. I mean, you guys can pause the video if you watch it later. But there's a lotto. All these guys to finish top 20. I don't know how viable it is. I mean, I think obviously the top 3 are the safest. So like if you want to take out a guy like Rogers, I mean, that's why you're getting the good odds though. But if you take out a guy like Rogers and Fox, you get a plus 548 just for these top couple of guys to finish top 20. So I think we're going to have to play around with it a little bit, guys. If you have a good read on this slate, if you think a guy's game matches the tournament or the course well, then play around with it. So let's say, okay, Finau, like, do we really think he doesn't make it in the top 30? He's number 1 on all the books. He's clearly the best guy in the field. Oh my gosh, guys, this whole time didn't ask for anybody to like the video. What a jabroni I am. Yeah, Chris, you're right. If he putts well, he's fine. You're right. That really is anybody. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen somebody like Scotty Scheffler be number 1 tee to green and then literally dead last in putting. See, Chris, okay, so Hard Rock doesn't let you do it. And I can pull up Prizepicks. It's going to take me a minute, but like the options on certain sites are just, they're finicky. So Hard Rock doesn't let you. Chris, what other books do you have? I'll have to see if I can start coming into this. I won't be able to do it now live on stream, but I'll see if I can start coming into this with like some plays for a book like Fliff or something. I wonder what we could do for Fliff. If you have Fliff, it's available in 40 states. I could try. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me see. I can get my phone ready here and do. I can pull up Fliff. We got that nifty tool I haven't used in a couple of days. Let's see here. Put that on. Put that on. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just getting everything ready on my phone here. Hold on. Let's see here. Can we? There's mirroring. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull this up. And try to pull up my phone. Let's see here. Oh, my bad. I got to turn on mirroring. There we go. Okay, connecting. Stand by. Appreciate you guys' patience here. I'm just gonna pull up Fliff here for you guys because I don't want to be able to. I don't want to be pulling all these plays up and you guys can't play any of them. Like that's lame. So all right, we're connected. So I got Fliff. Let's go to PGA here. Super Bowl for next year. Let's take it easy here. We're gonna get there, but where's PGA? So much soccer or football. Do they not have PGA? Is that something I just learned live on this stream? No, they do, right? They have to. Are you serious? Wait, where is this? PGA. Do they not have PGA, guys? Am I like just finding out? Oh, Fliff doesn't have anything yet. Well, that's lame. All that work. I'm sorry, guys. That's super tilting. Okay. Well, disregard that. That's upsetting, but I'll come in with some plays for you guys on Fliff next time. I think it's nice that DK and FanDuel let you parlay some of these things. But if you want to just go top 40, like super safe, take the top 2 guys on the board, take a couple of these other guys we identified here. I mean, right there, you get the top 3 out of the top 5 guys on the board for a plus 125. Fliff doesn't do golf. Chris, you're right. I just realized that. Well, you literally saw me figure it out on stream. So clearly I was shocked. And then if you want to get yourself a little bit better. Okay, so that's super safe. Take these guys, top 3, top 40, plus 125. Bam, done. But if you want to identify a couple of these other guys, and then so we get a plus 1 or plus 227, and let's go with like Finau making the top 20 and Hogard making the top 20. Both these guys, look at that. A plus 844. Sheesh. I think this is the play. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, listen, we'll do some matchups and stuff, but maybe this is the play. I'm going to snip this one too. I'm off the rails here. I'm officially off the rails with parlays here. Okay. I have to save me from myself. I have to stop myself from going too crazy. Let's get back to this real quick. Close that down because that didn't work. That was an epic failure on stream. And let's do some matchup betting here. Finish position. No, tournament props. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's pull up a couple of these people here and see. 18 hole. Yeah, I like doing like a first round. Let's just do like the first round matchups here. Olesen and Holgard. Man, that's a sneaky play for Olesen. Grillo at a minus 130. How bad is Rye on this here? Let's see. Rye's pretty bad. His accuracy is phenomenal, but his distance is terrible. You know what? We could parlay these, I think. So we could do like, where's Finau? There he is. Perfect. Something like that. I like that one a lot. A couple of matchups. Woo! I'm going to have a lot of plays this week. Well, and I'm gonna sprinkle though, guys. I'm gonna sprinkle these because I want to see what's working and what's not. Here, let me give this to you guys. So that's right there. Round one, Grillo and Finau. I mean, if Finau's not leading after round one, that's a huge failure. So, like, all right, let's keep Finau in there, and let's see what's a big play we can identify here. Custom matchup tool, round one. Let's do, man, Hogard. I'm curious. I like Olsen too, though, so I'm not going to go that. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. I'm going to enter that one for sure. Like, come on. The top two guys, two of the top guys on the board, not the top two necessarily. I think Hogard's number two. But, like, he's got a tougher matchup here. Smalley? Let's look up Smalley. Smalley's got decent distance. He gains plus 6% over the field on distance, but his accuracy is like dead even. Like he doesn't gain anything on accuracy, doesn't fall behind. Mediocre putting. And then everything else. Tee to green, he loses 1.41 strokes for a total loss. If you add up tee to green, approach, around the green, all that stuff. Putting, minus 0.69. So in this instance, minus is bad. You're losing strokes off the field. Not in a good way, if that makes sense. Whatever. So that's bad. Whereas Jaeger, whoop, let's see. Oh, Stefan Jaeger gains 0.68 strokes over the field if you total them out. Plus 13.5 distance. Super inaccurate, though, I guess. Super inaccurate. Minus 10%. So, but maybe that's why a guy like this has an advantage because he has the distance and his accuracy being a little off left or right on the fairways won't hurt him as much. Let's see if we can identify another one. Detry. I like Detry. Let's see what else we got. Hold on. There's got to be another one out there we can find that we really like. See, I don't like that Olsen one. I'm not going to touch that. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. I could see Olsen winning this matchup here. And then I wouldn't probably parlay him too much. But I'm going to snip that because I could see him having the upset for round one here. All right, I got that one. But let's keep Finau in there because, I mean, like I said, Finau doesn't win after, if he's not winning after round one, it's a huge disappointment. Guys, if you're here while we're looking at these matchup plays, please like the video. I don't even know how many likes we have, but if it's under 25, that's no good. Look at me. No good. Can't be under 25, okay? We've had 25 to 27 people in here. If everybody, even if you're just popping in, it doesn't hurt you to little tap the like button. You don't have, there's not a limited number of likes. There's no limited number of likes in here, guys. Guys, if you have a question for chat or something you want me to look at or pull up, I'm happy to do that right now too, by the way. Kind of goes without saying, but I want to say it. Let's see. Who else looks good here? I want distance and accuracy off the tee because I feel like distance is going to be important. Keith Mitchell. What do we got for Keith here? Who's Keith matched up against here? Keith Mitchell. Nothing. Can't even pick him here. What about Fan? Oh, there he is. Missed him. What if we went him, and who's the other guy we really liked? Oh, not Hogard. Jaeger. Plus 371. Gosh, I just keep finding myself here. I'm curious. I'll snip it too. I'll snip them all. I don't know how many I'll put back in Discord because, guys, like, listen, if you're tuning in to this live stream, how much I appreciate this. Like, you get some exclusive stuff. So not every one of these plays is going to make it in the Discord. If you watch this live stream and you want the play, reach out to me on Twitter at TheHulkBets. I'm happy to send it to you. I'll probably just dump them all because, I don't know if how viable it would be for me to go through and like find the one, but like I'm happy to just dump them all for you. If you want an underdog pick, I kind of like Olsen here to win this. I don't really like Rye over Grillo. This is kind of even. Thompson. Let's see. Thompson versus Ruyen. That sounds like a name from not Street Fighter. Van Ruyen. Oh, Van Ruyen. Oh, I didn't even see the Van. I think that's a pretty even matchup. And dare I say that if you want to play a little bit of an underdog slip, put these guys together with Finau. There's no way Finau is going to lose his first round. And I don't want to have Jaeger and everything. I mean, I really shouldn't have Finau and everything either, to be honest, guys. But something like that at a plus 535. All right. That might be my last one here because I'm going to enter all these in. I'm going to do a sprinkle on all of them. So like for me, my unit's probably like $25 right now. I kind of am all over and I've been a little inconsistent since doing the show. But if my unit's like $25, I'll probably enter a bunch of them for like $2 to $3. Like I want a bunch of them. Parlay all the round one matchups. All right, I'll do it, but this is not an official thing. All right, well then we're going to do the two underdogs here first and foremost. Does Dietrich sell it, Chris? You've got me nervous now. Dietrich and Toasty. Toasty. It's probably not Toasty, but man, where is Toasty? Does not. Gains a lot of distance, but does Dietrich gains enough? 17% versus Dietrich at 10. I don't think that's enough to cause a difference here. That Roy Rogers, Patrick Rogers. Let's see. Rogers and Eckeratt. I'm going to give everybody my own name. Echo the Gecko. Justin Echo the Gecko. Not a long ball hitter. How about you, Roy Rogers? How about Rogers? Come on. Where are you, Rogers? I probably could just use the search feature at this point. Ooh, Patrick Rogers. Man, do we pull another upset? Jaeger. Not Old Mother Hubbard. He does not pull it. Rick Fox. Mitchell and Pendith. Yeah, let's do that. Woo! All right. Okay. Got to zoom out a little bit. Is that all of them? That's all of them. Hold on. I know you guys can't see it. Snipping. All right. There you go. There's your lotto. I will post the lotto. Please do not tell me how bad it does. If it does bad, it's going to do bad, okay? If it does bad, don't tell me, okay? Because I know it's going to do bad. I mean, not bad, but I know it's probably not going to win, guys. Yeah, roll with us in spirit, Chris. Listen, I'm talking like $1. Like I'll put $1 on that. All right, how's my signal? I just had to do this. I'm going to pull that Prizepicks play up one more time. And real quick, see if I can find one more play to parlay with Steph. I can even actually go, you might even be better off going with his points on Prizepicks. I mean, you could because his 3-point prop, you know what? Or what if we did that? Man, what if we did that? And just found the best play. Get rid of matchup. Get rid of Steph. Pull that line. Highest to lowest. Are we zoomed in still? Not enough. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. The highest play that hasn't been bumped. Oof. God, could it be anything else? All right. The fact that FanDuel has it at a minus 146, fine. Ben Simmons over 5.5 assists. Simmons cost us something last week or like 2 weeks ago. Over 5.5 assists. There you go. A little 2-play slip. Perfect. And I mean, we have the demon in there. So you're getting better odds. Ben Simmons assists. There you go, J-Step. It's the number one on the books. That's with no research. Literally just odds alone. Purely odds. I probably don't have time to research it right now, and I do apologize for that. You could also get beyond Keontae George and just do behind. I could get behind Keontae George if you want to remove this out and just get like a regular slip in there. Or go Steph's points, actually, to be honest. What was it? Under his threes. And honestly, you could just do Curry's points. Is it still 29.5 or is it 30 here? Or you can't do his points. They removed his point line? Sheesh. All right, maybe the 3 points are the way to go. And there you go. Just do that one then. Or do that. But man, we were getting that demon. Now go with the other one then. I'd probably go with the... I mean, listen, I like that one. It's 5 as opposed to 6. I mean, that's not nothing, but look at that. And you even get penalized for that. So just always go 2. Look at that. Isn't that stupid? Did you guys just see that? When I went from 2 to 3, literally I get better odds playing the 2. So play that or play George under 3.5 3-pointers. Put that back in there. So you guys, for anybody watching this later, I try to make it as easy as possible on you guys. Nope, under, not over, under 3.5, under. God, I hope nobody turned off the video after seeing that. Like, oh, Keontae George over 2.5 3-pointers entered. Close video. Hope nobody did that. There it is. There's a little prize pick slip for you. Again, no research done here. Just literally purely based on the odds. Listen, guys, please smash the like button. I didn't say it enough today, so I'm going to send you off with a very, very handsome man. And I will catch you guys tomorrow for the return of NBA. We might even revisit a little bit of PGA or maybe do something else. Maybe not, though, because we also have like 15 huge slips going. So if you're just watching this later on, go back, look at the slips. Don't enter them all. Don't put a lot of money on them. Sprinkle bets here. We're talking sprinkle bets here. I hope you guys are hearing me, because a plus 40,000 or a plus 1,500, those don't hit very often. They're a plus 1,500 for a reason. And we're still getting into golf. Like, we're not 10 years deep where we have a million things we're going off of. We're going off of tools. And we're learning here still. So, but listen, we did have a great weekend last weekend. So I have nothing but confidence that we're going to follow it up this weekend with a great weekend. So pick one or two, a couple of those plays, sprinkle them around, make your own decisions, guys. Appreciate you guys. Please hit the like button, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. We just hit 200 subs yesterday. Totally didn't even talk about it. Big failure for me. Maybe I'll talk about it more tomorrow. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. And let's pump this up and get that money, okay?